Dear Melissa, thank you for being the best nurse in the world. I really appreciate your dedication towards your work. I can't thank you enough for all you have done for me.
We had, of course, Pa, my sweet Pa. She is the most dedicated student I have. Pa came into our class very shy. She would be one that if you did not talk to her, you did not hear her speak. She liked to be in the background. So I kind of gravitated towards her a lot.
When you're around her, she's quiet. She doesn't stand out. She doesn't seek the limelight. But very quickly, we started hearing from the overnight team what an incredible team member Melissa was. The time she spent to help with all the small details, the effort she put into relationship building, the impact she was having on our residents overnight, that all started to stand out very quickly.
We saw great potential in Melissa, so we asked her to move from the night shift to the day shift and pair up with one of our clinical nurses. And she was happy to do that, but really nervous at the same time.
It wasn't even long after that on day shift that they started asking me to do team conferences, which is a whole nother ballgame because I had no desire whatsoever to speak or to give any sort of information in a group setting to families, and it was just very intimidating.
I think to a certain extent, Melissa didn't realize her potential, and initially she didn't see herself as a fit in that role.
I actually broke down in tears because I did not want to do a team conference. It's expected that you're not always going to have an answer, but I felt like I needed to have an answer. I work with amazing therapists here, so I didn't want to fail or be seen as incompetent.
We saw that potential in her, and we told her she was going to be great, and she did it beautifully.
I remember after I completed that team conference, it actually went really well, which was not how I envisioned it going. And so I definitely, I was really gaining some confidence a little bit at that moment.
She loves taking care of people. She loves QLI. She loves her company. And to see her work with our residents and with our families, I would want her taking care of my loved one. There's no question about that.
Starting in January, we had an opportunity to launch a new program focused on high school seniors who come from disadvantaged situations. The program allows those individuals to receive their nursing assistant certification and also to go through a process of developing communication skills, social skills, all the soft skills necessary to be successful in a job.
So the girls are 17, 18, 19 years old. They are giggly. They are hardworking. They are dedicated.
Melissa has done a tremendous job of not only leading that program, but really building that program from scratch. She started with 12 high school seniors, and it didn't take long for each of those individuals to recognize that they had somebody by their side who believed in them and who was going to put forth the effort to help them be successful.
All they need is for one person to tell them that they're doing a good job to motivate them to succeed that day.
There's also a couple of young ladies in the class for which English is their second language. Melissa has spent evenings, weekends, hours putting together strategies to help them learn, spending time with them for extra practice so that they can pass the skills test and the written test to receive their nursing assistant certification. She's invested an incredible amount of time to help them be successful.
Was the initial pull them across.
What would that cause, first off?
Pain
And what's that word we talked about just a little bit ago?
Sharing.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Sharing.
Sharing. Yes.
Yeah. So what do we do instead? Throughout our program, Pa has just worked really hard. Pa would come in half an hour before class every single day and often would stay about an hour or 2 hours after class every single day for extra help. QLI is all about hiring people who have the heart, the enthusiasm, the optimistic point of view, all of that, because we know we can deal with the skill piece. So Pa is the perfect example of everything QLI is about with our mission. She creates hope, she instills purpose, she protects dignity. All of those things Pa does really well.
So maybe Melissa sees a little of herself in Pa. Somebody who's quiet, somebody who doesn't choose to be in the limelight, but somebody who has a tremendous work ethic, who doesn't quit ever, who is willing to push forward and do whatever it takes.
We knew that she was going to be a great nurse, but you could see this compassion in her and this heart. I say she has a heart for QLI. She's able to build a connection pretty quickly with residents, with families, and certainly now with her Avenue Scholar students. And she's done a beautiful job with that too.
I enjoyed being in your class this year. Thank you for your kind offer of extra help. English is my second language, but I try hard to learn how to write better and read better. I'm trying really hard to get better. Love from Pa.